Alright, going over the details of Battra. Oh, hey Arnez, what's up?
Hey Steve, what are you doing?
Just doing the review of Battra right now.
Oh my god, what is that?
It's Battra, it's from Godzilla.
My god, give me the flash water murder!
No, Arnez, what are you doing? No! Oh my god, no! Okay, we got it fixed. It's all good. Arnez is a... Yo!
Murder it! Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Unimportant Reviews. My name's Steve. Today we'll be going over the SH Monsterarts Battra figure, released from Bandai and Tamashii Nation. Now this is actually really exciting for me because this is the first Japanese Battra figure I have in my collection. The only other one I really have is from the old Treadmaster line, which isn't the best representation of the monster. So, really excited about this because this figure line is amazing, and I just want to get him open out of the packaging so I can play with him. So if you guys don't know the backstory on Battra, he comes from the Heisei series movie Godzilla and Mothra Battle for Earth, where he's pretty much the embodiment of Earth's anger in the movie, where back in the old days he was created to destroy the civilization that was polluting the Earth there, and then Mothra tried to stop him. They have an epic battle. He ends up destroying the place anyways from a giant flood or something like that. And then he was supposed to be resurrected eventually so that he could take out a giant meteor, which Mothra actually ends up doing in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, because bad things happen to Battra in the movie. But he comes back early because Godzilla shows up. So he has to go fight Godzilla, and then he fights him in his larva form, which is really cool. Then he becomes this version, which I like to call Mothra that time of the month version, because I wouldn't want to deal with that. So, there's a bunch of epic fights. He fights Godzilla, he fights Mothra, then Mothra and him tag team on Godzilla. It's a really sweet movie, and you guys should go check it out. So for the packaging, it's a pretty standard box. You get the nice image of him, of the toy in the packaging, which I really wish they would have kept the clear plastic in to actually show the figure that's inside of it. I really do like it when they do that, and this is still overall fine for me. It's kind of like what they did with the Biolante. He's also from the 60th anniversary line, because he's released in 2014, henceforth 60th anniversary. Same with, it shows up on all the NECA figures and the Bandai figures, it's really cool. And then for the side here, you get him in his like little hornet pose, and then it says Battra with the kanji down here. And then for the back, you get a bunch of Japanese gibberish, which I don't actually know what this says, and I really wish I would. And then you get a bunch of different poses of the figure that you can do yourself. You can get the cool flying stands because it comes with a stand, which is really sweet. We'll get that in a second. And Battra. And that's enough about that. Let's get him opened up out of his cardboard prison. Alright, we're going to go over the stand first because it's his only accessory. Arnez, turn off your Zelda phone.
It's Final Fantasy, you moron.
Don't lie to me, it's Wind Waker. Just so you guys know, I know what it is. It's okay. Alright, first for his accessories, we're going to go over his display stand, which, getting the rod out here, I really do like the image that comes out here. It's reminiscent of the hieroglyphics that you've seen in the caves for the depiction of Mothra and Battra's battles from the old times. And he's got the awesome name here with the kanji. It has his copyrights down here and stuff, so you know, this movie's from 1992, and it's really neat. I like the little red kind of spacey effect it has, and it's overall just black display stand. Comes with the bendy rod that you get with a lot of the flying ones, or with the accessories that they come with, like the beams usually attached to these things too. And then for Battra, you want to make sure that this part right here, it might be a little bit hard to see with the lighting, but this part is what you want to have facing towards the head. When I initially opened this up, I thought that it was going to be coming towards the back to help support the abdomen, but nope, doesn't do a thing to keep that thing from tipping over. So you take your Battra figure, you want to get these parts in between the legs here, which, hold on, come right back. So here's a stand. He actually displays really nicely on it, and it's not bad. Like, if you shift it, he is gonna move a little bit, but overall, if you can keep your display nice and secure. You don't have to worry about him falling off or getting injured or anything on it. And it's a really awesome way of displaying, especially if you want to put him next to your Godzilla and stuff, which I'll show you comparisons a little bit. It looks really good. Okay, so getting Battra off the stand here, going over a little bit of his detailing. I really love the face sculpt that's going on this guy. Fix his teeth a little bit so they're a little more straight. It's a little bit of, alright, we'll just deal with it. He has a really awesome insectile look going on with the armor on his exoskeleton. Like you can see here with his wings and stuff and along his body here. It's just a really awesome look, and just the amount of detail that they put into these figures is just amazing. Like, there's not too many toy companies that can really compete with the amount of detail that they put in their figures. And I really like how his eyes have that gem kind of look going on with it. And with the insectile look where it has the little hexagon-ish pattern going on inside of it. It's really awesome. Other than his crests are partially see-through, which is a really nice look to this guy. But overall, he looks pretty accurate to the movie. I really love the design going on with his wings here, where he has like the lightning bolt pattern coming off here, which is very contrasting when you compare him to Mothra, where Mothra has a lot of whites, reds colors, while he's more like black and orange. He's more like Halloween colors, where he's like, this Halloween. And the amount of detailing also going on his legs, which is really stunning. Like, just the exoskeleton going on here with the little horns coming off to the side and his little hands here. Like, I even like how it's got like the little like hooks going on in here and stuff, where they're not even like generic, where they're just like, they look like little nails. They actually still have detail going on with there too. And it's just the amount of attention that they put in these figures is really amazing. And he's got a stinger down here. And I'm trying to remember what that's called. Okay, the abdomen down here with the stinger here. It's thorax, abdomen. Now you know. And the stinger is just really nice. It's not really articulated or anything, but it's still a really cool look to him. And even here, he's got like the clearest plastic going on with his spikes coming off of his abdomen. And it's just, the coloring on this guy is just so good. Like, in terms of detail, this guy is probably one of my by far favorites that's come out of the SH Monsterarts line. But now we're going to get to the articulation here, which you're going to see probably a couple of my little problems I have with this guy. Alright, so for starters, his head here is got a joint at the top of his neck and the bottom of his neck. So he gets a lot of range of motion going on with his head here. And it's just really good, especially when you want to have him like looking forward and coming down. It's really nice to have that option. And his mouth, both mouth sections move open, which is really sweet. It's also pretty basic inside of there. Nothing going on there with much with the paint application. But you still, it's nice to get his like, you get his little roar look going to him where he's like, meh. And then for his legs down here, each one of these all have their same articulation, so I'll just go over the one where he has a joint here at the base, and then here up, and a little bit higher up here, as you can see. And then up here at his elbow area region, also has a rotation and a ball joint there. And then for his hands, they also rotate. But one problem that I have with these legs, that it happens quite frequently for each of these little ball joints here, is they tend to pop out on me quite a bit, which it's not showing off right here, but I've already done a take of this trying to do the editing of this, and everything just kept falling off of this guy as I was doing it. Doing with this guy. But, oh man, now I'm missing that little part. Also has a joint here, which is mainly for, oh man, again. Alright, we'll just show you right here. They got a little bit of range of motion back and forth. And then, and especially back here, get his wings up for a minute, with his abdomen, which each of these little segments here, he has articulation here, 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 and a little bit at the stinger where it just bends down. But when you start messing with this, like this one just came off. So it's really easy to get back on, so it's not like, oh man, what am I going to do if this thing pops off? As you could see when Ernest was beating the crap out of my Battra. Things will pop off. Like, usually it's something here for me. Right here it pops off real easy. As you can see, I just tried to move it a little bit. His head actually stays on really well. And then the legs, usually if they pop off, it's right at the base down here. Which, even when I got him out of the packaging, which you can kind of see is going on here, is right here, there's this little piece of plastic here that is supposed to be like the little armor for his thorax. And it needs to be setting right here, but it randomly shifts on me. So if it starts shifting upward, you can't really move the leg joints without it popping out. So you can imagine me opening this guy and start like, oh, you start playing with them and moving stuff, and one arm just literally like it wouldn't move anymore up here, and it was aggravating the crap on me. So I actually noticed all these things down here. So if you guys have that problem, that's pretty much what's going on here. And then for his wings, they move up and down. They move back and forth, which these actually have a really good range of motion, and I haven't had any problems with these popping out. And then it bends up in here too, so you get a nice flapping motion going on here. So, there you go, guys. And we got the problem starting. So he gets a nice posability out of him. And granted, he has an insane amount of articulation, but for the little ball joints going on and stuff, like, it's so easy to pop things out of this guy. So it's a little bit of a bummer with him just because of the size of his body. You can't really get good joints or good ball joints hooking in on him. So that's a little sad. For some quick comparisons, we have the SH Monsterarts Battra compared next to one of the only other Battra figures that I got from the Treadmaster line, which, yeah. And here's the SH Monsterarts Battra compared next to the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla, which I love this so much. Like, seeing this like this just makes me really want to order them all through, like meow. And here's a shot of him with the NECA Godzilla from 2014 because I think this should be a sequel. So overall, at Battra, I really actually do like the figure overall. I still think detail-wise, the guy looks fantastic, and I have no complaints about that whatsoever with him. My only real concern is he's not a very playable figure, at least in my terms, because getting him into this pose here, like his abdomen popped off once, and then I lost a leg again. So he doesn't really play very well. But again, if you're buying this toy line to begin with, I don't imagine you're going to be sitting there playing with these things like you would, say, a Transformer or like a Barbie doll and stuff like that. Like, those are meant to be played with. Well, he's meant to be more posed and displayed on your shelf with the other monsters. And for that, he looks great and he holds his pose really well, as long as you're not fandangling with him. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Battra? Have you guys already gotten Battra? Or are you guys just not a fan of reassembling your figures? Please let us know in the comments. And if you guys want to check out closer pictures of this guy, we have him on Facebook if you want to click on the description below. And if you guys like this video and want to see more stuff like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.